Assalamu alaikum, dear friends. How are you? My name is Abdul Khalik. Dear friends, there are plenty of the problems which are very common amongst most of the people. One such problem, which is very common indeed, that is feeling tiredness, even during the morning time. Not to talk of the evening. If at all the people are seen tired in the evening, so that is a bit justified. But if a person doesn't feel fresh in the morning, feels tired even in the early hours of the day, so that is a dangerous sign. It's not something healthy at all. It is not something normal at all. We need to think well upon it. We need to talk to the right sort of people. That if I have got a problem like this one, so what is the reason? What are the possible solutions? This is something which we have made a topic of our today's discussion, and topic of our today's discussion. I think that it is important for each one of us to know, even for those people who don't feel like that. Why? Because they could use it as a preventive means, so they will not be indulging any of these things, so that they will not be indulging in any of these things which are not so healthy or good for a human being. So, dear friends, since we have made it a topic of our today's discussion, and we will speak on the subject like this one, if you are constantly tired, if you are constantly tired, say goodbye to these seven energy zapping habits. Say goodbye to these seven energy zapping habits. These energy zapping habits mean the things which are destroying, obliterating your energy. So we need to get rid of these seven habits. We need to understand, even if this is not our problem, still we need to understand it. First of all, it is, there are people who are seen skipping the breakfast. They are not taking the breakfast seriously. They are skipping the breakfast, and it is really bad. It is not good at all, my dear friends and fellows. We should be taking the breakfast seriously. Why? Because we keep empty stomach for the whole of the night. you know it is a fast. After the fasting, if at all we are not breaking the fast in a proper manner, obviously it is not good for our health at all, neither momentarily nor in the long run. In both of these cases, it is really bad. So take the breakfast seriously. Breakfast is very important. Number one. Number two, it is over reliance on caffeine. You might have seen some of the people, they are taking the tea, the coffee, the soft drink, the soda drink so frequently, so often, many times a day, many times a day, or after every hour. They have seen the people, I've heard about the people that they take a cup of tea after every hour. I think it's not good at all. Not good at all. Why, dear friends? Because caffeine does refreshes us momentarily, but in the long run, it is quite bad for us. Everything else which refreshes us quickly, it actually means that there is something wrong in that. There is a kind of drug in it, and for that reason, we need to reduce or minimize our reliance upon that. Tea or coffee, it's okay up to 2 3 cups a day, and even 4 cups a day. But there are people who are taking too much of the tea or the coffee, the soda, the soft drink. I think that is unhealthy at all. It must be stopped. And then the next is stopped gradually, or even at once. Number three, it is neglecting hydration. We need to keep ourselves well hydrated. Why? Because after the oxygen, the very next thing which is extremely important for us, that is water. So we need to enhance the intake of water. Water is very important. So for that reason, particularly during the winter days, I have seen, particularly during the winter days, people are not seen drinking enough amount of water, and this is not hydrating ourselves properly. I think at least we need 8 glasses of water every day, every 24 hours. So even in the winter, we need to make sure that we are taking this much of the water. Taking water, it is very, very, very important. Number four is sitting for long periods. Number five, it is number four is sitting for long periods. I mean, there are people who have a job like this one, who have business like this one, and they keep sitting for 4, 5 hours, for 3, 4, for 2, 3 hours. I think that after every 30, 40 minutes, we need to get up and walk even for 3 to 4 or 5 minutes, and that is important. We need to keep our limbs and exercise in working, and we need to give some exercise, and to our one exercise which we need to do once a day, and another exercise are moving of the limbs of the body, and after every 30, 40, 50 minutes, after not more than 1 hour, we shouldn't be sitting for more than 1 hour at the same time. And after every hour, stand up and walk for 5 to 7 minutes, sitting for long periods. Number five, it is ignoring your emotions. Bottled up feelings, ignoring your emotions. Again, it's very bad. But we need to release our bottled up feelings in a safe manner, and we need to be a bit positive as well. My dear friends, that I think that we must be sharing our feelings with someone else, but unfortunately, if there isn't anyone else at all, what we can do in that context, in that case, I think that we should write our feelings on a paper. We should write our feelings on a paper, and then either burn it, spoil it, but we don't need to keep the bottled up feelings at all. It is very dangerous, it is very bad. And release your bottled up feelings, and do not ignore your emotions at all. And but again, doing it in a safe manner, and also being somewhat realistic and positive at the same time, being somewhat realistic and positive, and then disposing of, then releasing these bottled up feelings in a safe manner, writing on the paper, destroying it, then burning it. Then I think this is the safest way ever, instead of even talking to someone else, talking to a professional. That's not bad, that's okay, that's very useful, and otherwise it's better to put it on paper and then burn the paper. Number six, it is oversleeping, undersleeping. Sleep is the number one restorative, particularly as for the mind is concerned. I mean, if at all we are not providing ourselves with enough amount of sleep, as from 7 to 9 hours of sleep, I think that this is the biggest health damaging habit, and we shouldn't be doing it at all. It is very, very important for our mind, for our body, both for our mind and for our body, to provide ourselves with a sound sleep of 7 to 9 hours. But one thing which we should be kept in the mind is that oversleeping is also bad. We should avoid the oversleeping at the same time. And now the seventh and the last is lack of physical activity. Physical activity is very important. It could be walking, it could be jogging, it could be running, it could be gym, it could be weightlifting, it could be yoga, it could be aerobics, or it is any other form of it. A kind of physical work, whatever way we can provide ourselves, whatever way we can provide ourselves with a physical exercise, I think that is very, very important. And So these are the seven habits which we need to get rid of if we want to stay fresh, and don't feel tired at all. Thank you very much, dear friends.